Welcome to Learn Arabic. Arabic alphabet.
الحروف العربية.
حرف الألف.
Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe in the channel. Turn on the bell to get a notification every time I upload a video here. Leave a comment below. Tell me what Arabic lessons you'd like to see on this channel. And now let's get started. Hi everybody. Let's take a look at the first letter of the Arabic alphabet, Alef. Before we start, you can check this video on the whole Arabic letters, the Arabic alphabet, and you can find it here on top of the screen. This will be helpful as a reference to the Arabic alphabet before we go into more details on the letter Alef. The letter Alef is both consonant and vowel. It is very easy to write. Yes, it looks like a stick. Let's see the main two forms of that letter. The difference between them is the hamza. The first Alef is called Alef Med. The second one is called Alef Hamza. There are specific rules when to use either, but for now, let's focus on learning as many examples as we can.
أنا.
I.
أنت.
You. Mother.
أب.
Father.
باب.
Door.
The hamza may be written on top of the alif as you saw in the previous examples. Ab, ana, anta. Now, when we want the alif hamza to have an E sound, we use the hamza at the bottom of the alif. For example, إذا, إلى. Let's pay attention to some important details. The Arabic letters are joined up when written within a word. For example, باء, ألف, باء. They join together to form the word باب. But some letters don't join with the next one within a word. One of these letters is the letter Alef. Notice that phenomenon in these examples. أنا, أنت. The Alef in the word sounds different from the Alef in the word ab. That is because of the vowels that we call in Arabic harakat. We'll discuss that later in a separate video. But let's take note for now that this haraka here is called الفتحة. And it makes an a sound. Ab. The other haraka in the word is called الضمة, and it makes an O sound. Now, when we want the Alef hamza to have an E sound, we use the hamza at the bottom of the Alef. For example, إذا and إلى. Let's see one more different way to write the letter Alef. This is basically an Alef hamza, but the sound that the hamza makes is longer than usual. This is why it is written this way. It's called hamzat al-mad. Hamzat al-mad is the combination of Alef hamzat al-qata with fatha and Alef mad, or Alef hamzat qata with fatha and another one with sukoon. Both Alef in both cases will combine into Alef hamzat mad. If you find it overwhelming, at this point you have only to recognize the Alef and be able to understand that it can be written as Alef mad without hamza, or with hamza on top of the Alef or at the bottom of the Alef. You also need to be able to connect the letter Alef properly with the other letters inside the same word. Plus, if you can read and learn some of these words that have an Alef, that would also be an asset. Here is a recapitulation of the information that we discussed on the letter Alef. Alef is written with or without hamza, which appears on top or at the bottom of the Alef. Alef in general makes the sound a, but this sound changes with the vowels or al-harakat. It can be Alef fatha a, Alef dhamma o, Alef kasra i. Now it's your turn to practice. Feel free to stop the video and write down the word yourself before seeing the correct answer. It is highly recommended when you're learning Arabic that you use handwriting. Try to do this practice using pen and paper. Best of luck. So what you need to do here is to join these letters to form words. The first one is Alef, hamza, a, noon, alif. And the answer is
أنا.
I.
Alef, hamza, ذال, alif. And the answer is
إذا.
If.
Alef, hamza, mim. And the answer is
Mother.
Alef, hamza, noon. And the answer is
إن.
if,
ب ألف راء. And the answer is
بر.
bar,
قاف ألف لام. And the answer is
قال.
he said,
ألف همزة ميم تاء ألف راء. And the answer is
أمتار.
meters.
فاء ألف همزة راء. And the answer is
فأر.
mouse.
Thank you and see you next time.